Welcome back to the World of Wraith YouTube channel. Got with you guys as always, Market Watch. Now, before I jump into the Market Watch, shout out to all the recent subscribers. We're almost at our goal of 1,250. Once we do reach that goal, keep an eye out for the Market Watch after that. We're going to have something a little special. As always, be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. In the comment down below, be sure to let everybody know this is not financial advice. And also in the comment section down below, I want to know, are you guys a dog type of people, cat type of people? Maybe you like birds, maybe you like reptiles. Let me know in the comments down below. Personally, I'm a cat type of guy. I love cats, but I love all animals in general. Dogs are pretty cool. Birds are awesome. Shout out all the birds. I think my neighbor has like a rooster. That dude be yelling in the morning like crazy. Shout out that rooster. All right, let's get into it. Felling of the Crown, I think it's finally stabilized. The price from Rosetta non-foils are basically $12, very slowly going to like 13, 15. The rainbow foils, I think are around 40. Yeah, 43, 45. Not bad, but the Super Slam non-foils are essentially 650. I mean, I would just get the non-foils if for some reason you don't own it. I think this was going to like 10 a couple weeks ago. So seeing it at 650 is pretty good. If you care about the foil and you don't mind paying like essentially 35 more dollars to get the Rosetta foil, then you do you. Not financial advice, but if I didn't have these, I would just get the non-foil. Plow Under, rainbow foils. We got one a little cheaper, essentially 21, then it goes to 25, then 30. But the non-foil from Rosetta, essentially 750, very slowly going to 8. Or you can get the Super Slam for a little under 5, and looks like it's going to stay close to 5, 6 for quite a while. If you don't have these, definitely a good time to pick them up. I think once these Earth Heroes leave and we get a new set of Earth Heroes, these are just going to go crazy. They could double, maybe triple in price. Not financial advice, but it's a good time to pick them up. Cries of Encore. Shout out to Pleiades. I think she's bringing in a lot of new players. The Pleiades Armory deck is doing a great job at doing that. Essentially, $8, then goes to 9, slowly going to 10. Not too bad for a very powerful card. And then we got the Cold Foil EA, essentially $35, slowly going to 40. So this card looks sick if you see it in person. Not bad to pick it up for this price, but I would just get the non-foil if I was picking up Pleiades. Iron Fist Revelations. It looks like LSS wants to stay with the Crush theme of these Guardians. I think this is a pretty good pickup. Cold foils are essentially 45, but then the rainbow foils are surprisingly cheap for a legendary, about 25. Not a bad price. So definitely, I think it's a good time to pick up the rainbow foil. Or if you want to bling it out a little bit, cold foil is not bad. Show of Strength, if you didn't pick these up when the set came out, I don't think you're going to get them any cheaper than, than 75. Maybe if you can get it off a private market, maybe you can get like 65 or something, but these are just going to stay around this price in my opinion. Such a great card. 2 for 8, probably a staple in all Brute decks, including RKO, which is a little different Brute. The non-foils, about 15, very slowly going to 16. Not a bad pickup for 15. Gold Baited Hook, the Pirate Legendary, 62, 64. Still a nice chunk of change, but I do think this is going to be a staple for all pirates in the future. Marlin runs it, Gravy Bones run it. Puffin does not run it, so maybe they'll make pirates that don't need this. But this being a way to generate gold is very impactful for the pirate game plan. Arcane Compliance been going up a little bit. Looks like we're hitting essentially $10 once this Japanese version sells for 8. This is pretty much a $10 card. Let's look at the rainbow foils, 20 on the market. About 16, slowly going to 17. don't think this is seeing a ton of play in the meta right now, but a generic blue, they usually tend to go up over time. I think I'm still missing two of these, and if you guys haven't seen this in rainbow foil, this looks so cool with the lightning and foil. But yeah, not bad for 10. I don't know if I'm gonna go out of my way to buy them, but I'm definitely gonna keep an eye out on trade binders and try to pick up my playset sooner than later. Because I do see a time where this could be really good. Maybe not in CC, maybe in LL, but who knows? Maybe the next Wizards we get, this is gonna be really effective against them. It's kind of weird how Wizards are, um, but not bad for a generic. Deny Redemption. This is a very interesting card for Runeblades. I think if you're a fan of Runeblades, this is good to have. I love cards that have this instant discard effect, kind of like the wind up cards, kind of like Mental Block. Cards that have different modes. Not only can this attack, you can pitch and block, but you have a fourth mode to discard it and get an additional effect. Very versatile. Rainbow foil copies, essentially 3 and then 5. So not too bad. And then the non-foils with shipping, basically $3. I think if you're a Runeblade player, this is a pretty good card to have in your kit. Next up, Thousand Runeblood. I think when Viserai comes back, this is definitely a card that's going to see play in the new Viserai. This is already seeing play in Viserai's LL list. Basically, $4 with shipping. We got some rainbow foil here for $5. Not bad. Pretty strong card if you can make it get 3 rune chance gets go again. 1 for 4 with the ability to make it play go again. Pretty good. More likely, more often than not, if you're playing this, you're gonna have it set up so that you're making the 3 chance. So I would definitely pick this up. If this starts seeing play in the new Viserai that comes out, then I think it could just go crazy. Maybe it could go to like $10. So definitely make sure you have your set. Blood Splatter Vest, a great legendary. Looking like once this one sells, 55, it's 60, 63, then slowly going to 70. This is a great legendary, and it's dual class ninja assassin. Maybe we'll see an assassin in the future that can run this more effectively. I think current assassins just run tunic, so not a bad pickup for a legendary. The extended art, this looks amazing in person. If you haven't seen this cold foil on this card, looks completely sick. Essentially 104, slowly going to 110, 115. Not bad. These cold foil EA legendaries usually just kind of stay around this price, so don't feel too bad if you want to pick it up. But personally, I would just get the rainbow foil, save myself a little bit. But that's why this is not financial advice, because you choose what you want to do. Loyalty Beyond the Grave. We got 2 rainbow foils on the first page for $4, so not bad. And then essentially non-foils, close to 4, slowly going to 5. Here's another rainbow foil. I think this is just a great Draconic staple. Syndra definitely sees play using this against disruptive decks like Guardians and Assassins. Dromai and Living Legend definitely sees this. And James White did tease a Dromai for 2027. So if you don't have this, definitely think it's a good pickup. Pretty cheap right now. The EA version for 35, going to 40, 43. Don't know if this is a good pickup, but it does look pretty crazy. So if you have the money for it and you want it, definitely pick it up. Or pick up a playset of non-foils for a fraction of what this would cost you. Lightning Greaves, another amazing legendary. Currently only seeing play in Acilio and I think Starvo in Living Legends. But this being a Battle Worn and Arcane Barrier 1 is super strong. Cold foils essentially 44, 45. Slowly going to like 50, 60 for the cold foils. And then we got the rainbow foils for 30s, 31. Not bad for a rainbow foil for 30, or if you want to spend a little bit more to get the cold foil for 45. Not bad for an amazing lightning equipment. Phantasmal Footsteps, cold foils, pretty much $90. Not bad. This does have an alternate art printing that recently came out. The rainbow foils, close to 50 pretty much after shipping and taxes is 50 bucks. Pretty crazy because this was a $100 card for the longest time. So seeing it for essentially half off is not bad. Don't know if we're gonna get more Phantasmal cards in the future. More likely than not, we are. We are getting Monarch 3 sometime next year. So who knows if that'll make this spike, or who knows if we'll get a different Illusionist leg piece. For 50 bucks, I don't think it's bad. I'm not a crazy fan of Illusionist, so I'm gonna not get this, but if you like Illusionist and you don't have yours, it's not a bad time to pick it up. Valiant Dynamos. We got the Cold foils for 122. After these sell, essentially 130. Rainbow foils for late plate for 106. Then we got 116, 117. So might be better off getting the cold foils if you really want to get these. Yeah, pay a little bit extra for the cold foil. But I do think this is on the reprint radar of LSS. I could be completely wrong. But this card and New Horizon have always seemed to me like these legendaries that don't see a ton of play, but are fairly expensive. Now, this does see play in Fang and Kasai, which I think will make LSS want to reprint it, but I could be completely wrong. That's why this is not financial advice. A lot of times I'm just speculating. A lot of the times I'm just saying what I see in the meta. So I'm going to hold off on getting these. I would love to get them, but something's telling me that they might get reprinted, but I could be completely cooked and they might not get reprinted. Clint the Quicksilver, Rainbow Foils, 28, 29, 30. A great Warrior staple. The non-foils, 8 bucks. I'm pretty sure they just see playing Fang, Kasai. Probably all Warriors for the future to come will be playing this. Not bad for $8 for a Majestic. We can see how crazy Majestics get when they see play. So if you don't have this and you like Warriors, pretty good for 8 bucks. Scabskin leathers. I think we've been through the brute hypes. RKO plays this. Original KO has been playing this along with being trackers. So this is hovering around 40, 43. Not bad for an amazing legendary equipment. Blocks 2 and then blocks 1. And then being able to cheat out action points just by risking rolling a 1 can be pretty crazy. Not a bad pickup. One of the OG legendaries from Welcome to Wraith. Crown of Dominion. I hope LSS reprints this because this is getting crazy. We got cold foils for 144. Then we got rainbow foils for 145, which is kind of crazy that the cold foils are before the rainbow foils. Pretty much 145 for any version of this except the Marvel. Marvel essentially 380, 400, 400, 420, 69. All right, Battleground Cafe, 420, 69. They're lit. TCG Plaza, 500 for the beautiful Crown of Dominion Marvel. Yeah, it's tough. I don't know if this will sell. Let's see the recent sales. Wow, yeah. So people have been actually buying these for a good, pretty high price. So hopefully this gets reprinted. LSS reprint this, please. Shred rainbow foils, essentially 14, 15, slowly going to 17 for the rainbow foils. But even the non-foils are like $3 to $4. Go look at your Dynasty bulk. If you have any yellow shreds, these are pretty much a little bit of money for non-foils. Pretty crazy. And for the rainbow foils, like a nice 13, 14 bucks. Amnesia, we got the rainbow foils for like 14, 15. And then the non-foils are closer to 5, 7, 8. This was a really strong card against Zen, but this also has applications against Runeblades that care about rune chants, because this will take away the rune chant name. And I don't think it's too relevant against Spectral Shields, but this does remove the Spectral Shields name. I think as LSS is making more of these tokens that care about the names of the tokens, this could be more relevant. For a generic 2 for 6, blocks 3, not a bad pickup. Pretty much $5 to $8. You can get a playset here. for a little under 20. So definitely do whatever you want with your money, but this is a great generic. Fortunately, I already own my set. I think I got pretty much all the cards from Outsiders that I want since I started the game with Outsiders. Fast and Furious, 35, slowly going to 40. I think last time we looked at this, it was like at 70. Dash IO, I think, is one of the best heroes of the meta, but I think she's pretty hard deck to pilot, so maybe that's what's kind of causing the price of this to fall so low. Scar tissue, non-foils, basically $2 to $3, but the rainbow foils looks like it's pretty much sold out. We have one listing for 15 here. Looks like the last prices were about $6 to $8. If you have some extra scar tissues, definitely list them. Try to make a maybe undersell this, put it at like 14 or something. Guys, this is why I've been telling you throughout the market watches. If you guys have anything from gem packs that you want, definitely picking up sooner than later. These gem packs are pretty rare, especially once they leave the printing. I think that for such a good warrior assassin card, this team playing Marionette and Fang, I think this is gonna stay around this price, maybe go down a little bit after people notice how expensive it is and want to make a couple sales. But yeah, I think, guys, if you see your gem pack cards that you want and they're not too expensive for you, definitely pick them up because over time, I think they're all gonna go up. Obsidian Fireblade, the opposite side, essentially 25, 26, not too bad. Graphene Chelicera, 41, 45, 50. Pretty expensive, but this is a token. There's no way it could get banned, or unless they banned all the Graphene Chelicera makers, which I doubt will happen. Pretty good. It's kind of crazy that Arachne will often want to flick just to have an empty slot to equip this. Kunai Retribution, I'm cooked. I should have gotten the opposite side a long time ago. It's only two on the market. It was hovering around 35 ish, 30 ish. They all sold out. Now this is basically 56 and 125. If you guys have extra kunais or kunais you want to sell, it's a pretty good time to sell them. Again, we're only looking at the right facing side of these weapons. The left facing is a lot cheaper for all of them. Alright, to wrap it up, let's look at the gem pack marvels. Viserai, one of my favorite heroes. 37, slowly 40, but this is probably going to hover on that price. I don't think anybody wants to play Viserai as much as I love her. Seems like LSS doesn't even care as she hasn't gotten any specific support in any of the sets. Riptide, a little bit better. Some people play him in the meta, or in the rogue tier, I should say. About 51, 52 for the Marvels. Not a bad price if you care about Riptide. And then the holy grail of gem pack marbles, Prism, basically $200. We do have two sales here for 200 and 300. This is such a home run marvel for the gem pack. If you pull it, then you know you're lit. You made a good amount of money, unless you want to keep it. Prism is a fan favorite. I'm personally happy that they put such a high value card in Gem Pack 3. Gem Pack 3 overall has some pretty good chase cards. So, yeah, can't say I'm kind of speechless. $200 for entering your LGS tournament and getting a Gem Pack. It's pretty good. So, shout out to LSS. I can't recommend buying this at this crazy price, but don't think this is gonna go drop down much slower. Maybe at the end of Gem Pack 3, you could see this for like 150, 120 if you're super lucky. I don't know if it'll ever get to that, but yeah, it's kind of tough to say. This is a good time to buy this. If you really want it, I would wait around, see how low it gets, maybe to the end of Gem Pack 3, but don't think this will fluctuate that much. As always, thank y'all so much for watching. Be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed. And let me know in the comments. Do you like zebras? Do you like tigers? Do you like anacondas? Peace.